Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to day 8 of my 31 days of horror. Yes, a review a day for 31 days. But first, I want to say thank you all to subbing my channel. I just hit 2,000. I was very shocked to see that. I didn't think I would ever get that. So again, thank you all for subbing my channel, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my channel that you have not seen. So without further ado, day 8. Now it's funny, I actually reviewed the original of the film last year, and this is its sequel. And I actually made a sequel to it too. And if you remember, that is of course The Curse of Halloween Jack. Yes, I did the Legend of Halloween Jack last year, so now they actually made a sequel to this. So pretty much it follows the first one, how it ended, and now it's 2 years later. 2 years later, the mayor and a bunch have banned Halloween. Nothing Halloween at all because of what happened at the slaughter at, I think it was a townhouse or something, at a Halloween party. People all got murdered. So this year, you have a bunch of Satanists. They're the clan of Samhain or the Lords of Samhain decide to host a sacrificial offering to the devil, pretty much. The cops find out, and of course they end up doing a shootout. A couple cops get killed, and pretty much all the Lords of Samhain have died, except for the leader. He decides to do a suicide pact, and of course his blood activates Halloween Jack to appear. So he is now loose in this small town. The small town of, Dunwich. Sorry. So yeah. At the same time, a bunch of maybe high schoolers, college grads, whatever they want to call them, decide to host their own secret Halloween party. They said, we don't want to go to another town for this. We want to have our good time. We want to drink. We want to do whatever we want. So they're having their own Halloween party. Well, Halloween Jack here is now back. And of course, he goes after the party goers. And of course picks them off one at a time, and pretty much a slasher type style. And of course you got your final girl, and of course she now gets saved by the cops, and now of course Jack is now after the cops. So yeah, that's pretty much the synopsis of this movie. Now my thoughts on it. Alright, I liked how Halloween Jack looks. It's this pretty cool scarecrow looking thing, and the lights in his face was pretty badass. The kills are pretty lame. Not very gory at all. The blood is not even there, pretty much. He does kill people with different ways. He does have the sickle here, and it's kind of just a little slack right here, and that's it. I'm like, okay. So there's no blood. Pretty much no gore at all. It's just... You can see him standing over someone's body with an axe. He's swinging, and all of a sudden you hear the weird sound effects, and that's how it's done. These people are killed this way. There are a couple really lame kills. One with a cell phone. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. I wish he did more. I was hoping for like a face stomp or something, but of course that never happened. So they go into this whole weird twist tale of a little bit of a backstory on Halloween Jack and everything. But other than that, the story was kind of mediocre. It was a mediocre slasher, a mediocre story. Again, I wish they did more to it, like more blood, more. The body count was pretty good. They had a high body count, so they killed a bunch of people, but it could have added more to it. They had this weird looking bearded guy with an eye patch. I don't remember him from the first movie. I think I haven't seen the first movie in a long time, so I don't know if he was a survivor or not. So I don't know if that ties in, but he's like the hunter of Halloween Jack. He knows he's going to appear. Okay. It's just weird. Out of a possible 10, I'd probably give this one maybe a 5 out of 10. It's watchable for have a bunch of people to make fun of this movie. This would be a good one to do like a commentary on, just to goof around. Would you take this seriously? No, it's not a... It's supposed to be serious, but it's not. They could have did a lot better effects to it and everything. Other than that, again, mediocre slasher, no gore, high body count, cool looking killer. it kind of like balance each other off. It's kind of weird. You got one good thing, one bad thing, like teeter totters. Then you have another bad thing, and then the good thing comes up. It's just that's how it goes. So, would I recommend this movie? That's a hard one because if you've seen the first movie and you hated that first one, you'll probably hate this one. If you like the first one, you may like this one. That's a choice on it. I didn't mind it. Would I watch it again? Maybe down the road. But I wouldn't be like, ooh, this is like a 10 out of 10 type film. So yeah, if you want to recommend just checking it out, maybe you're in for a weird Halloween film, I do recommend watching the first one first. Because you get a little more of a story of Halloween Jack, where this one just goes right after it 2 years later. And that's how it goes. So don't jump right into this one. If you do, you probably would hate it. So other than that, if you want, check out The Curse of Halloween Jack. Pretty soon, I think we're going to probably have a third one. You know how these go. These weird direct-to-Walmart movies are. All of a sudden, there's one. Then there's two. Then there's three. And like, holy shit, now we have a fucking franchise. Alright, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Please let me know in the comments down below. If you've seen the first one and you've seen the second one, I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you've just seen the first one, again, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that or just this one itself. Alright, guys. Stay tuned for more horror for my 31 days. Alright, guys. Have a good one. Peace.